Nina bakadlungwane kandabodlu ngemanxulumeni siyakhuleka nina bezulu eliphezulu izolo mbukeli bekusuku olumqoka esizweni samaZulu njengoba bekukhunjulwa isilo sakwaDukuza ushaka kasenza ngakhona inyosi somchachama yayithi uma ngabe imthuka ithi unodumehle zikamenzi ngesabu ushaka ngesabu ukuthi ushaka ngoba ushaka kwakuyinkosi yasemashobeni mbukeli seyididiyelwe indaba ake ngiyiphake woza nendlebe mina ngizoza nendaba naze inohlonze kusithwa nje.
Our theme shines the spotlight on South Africa's rich and diverse cultural heritage.
Iphini likaMengameli wezwe uPaul Mashatile ukhuthaze abantu baseNingizimu Afrika ngokuthi babungaze baphinde bayigqaje nangamagugu esintu. uMashatile ubethula inkulumo yosuku lapho kade kubanjwe khona umcimbi wokubungaza lolu suku enkundleni iPrincess Magogo kwaMashu.
Discovered 3 bodies in our rescue search, and it was 1 adult female, 1 adult male, and a 1 child 5-year-old girl.
Izakhamuzi zasemjondolo eCemetery View Woodlands eqalile ukwakha kabusha imjondolo yazo njengoba izolo kusihlwa kushe kwangqongqa cishe imjondolo engamakhulu amathathu kuyo le ndawo. Iphini likaMengameli wezwe uPaul Mashatile ukhuthaze abantu baseNingizimu Afrika ngokuthi babungaze baphinde bayigqaje nangamagugu esintu sabo. Ubekhuluma phambi kwezethameli behambele umbungazo wosuku lwamagugu enkundleni iPrincess Magogo elokishini kwaMashu namhlanje.
Imvula ayiphazamisanga abebezimisele ukuba kulomcimbi njengoba bekugujwa lolu suku ngaphansi kwesiqubulo esithi Celebrating Cultural Diversity in South Africa. Amaqembu ezinhlanga ezahlukahlukene abambe inhlaba lihide kule nkundla.
As you can see, I'm wearing my Xhosa outfit. My father bought the beads for me, which is kind of special.
For me, it is you coming from your roots. Ne? You mustn't forget where you come from.
Chaza ukuthi indabuko yethu ibalekile kithi sibantu abamnyama akumele sishiye emuva.
Abenza umsebenzi wezandla abaqhamuka ezifundazweni ezifana neFree State, iMpumalanga kanye neWestern Cape nabo bakhangise ngomsebenzi wabo.
Sifaka ama-pattern in collaboration with izinto ezihambiselana ne-youth, ezihambiselana nama-trends, because we must also incorporate izinto zemvelo and nabanguni.
uMashatile enkulumeni yakhe uthe leli kumele libumbane yize amasiko engafani.
Our theme shines the spotlight on South Africa's rich and diverse cultural heritage, incorporating African, Asian, and European cultures and traditions. The preamble of the 1996 Constitution reminds us that South Africa belongs to all who live in it, united in our diversity, and calls upon us to heal the past divisions and establish a society based on democratic values, social justice, and fundamental human rights.
uMashatile ubuye wahlonipha iqhaza elabanjwa ngumntwana uPrincess Magogo ongunina kamntwana uMangosuthu Buthelezi okwaqanjwa ngaye lenkundla. Umntwana uMagogo wabe engumbhali wamahubo kanye nezinkondlo zesiZulu. Londihadebe SABC News kwaMashu.
Kuliliswa ntombukela amalungu eParliament asebenzise inkulumo mpikiswano yosuku lwamasiko ukukhuluma ngomhlaba, inkolelo ezihlukene kanye nokuqhuquzela ubumbano ngaphansi kwesiqubulo esithi Celebrating Our Cultural Diversity in a Democratic South Africa.
For centuries, history was biased and served the colonial and apartheid regime's ideals. The living heritage of people indigenous to South Africa was marginalized and affected by dramatic changes in land ownership, livelihoods, language use, and social structure.
Celebrates the spirit of unity that comes through various ways, including sports. And we will remember how, for example, the Springboks, Banyana Banyana, the netball team have united us and given us a national pride we all can own.
As sons and daughters of Africa, land is our first heritage. As Africans and as South Africans, our identity, beliefs, culture, and our very livelihoods are all intrinsically and irrevocably connected to the land.
South Africa is one of the most beautiful and culturally diverse countries in the world. With our 12 official languages, different dialects of each, different cultures, races, colors, and creeds, we certainly have one of the most interesting and intriguing societies.
Uhulumeni wasesifundazweni Eastern Cape ubungaze usuku lwamagugu ngaphansi kwesiqubulo esithi Celebrating Our Cultural Diversity in South Africa eLesotho Methodist Church ngaphandle kwaseKomani.
Iminyaka engaphaya kwe-140 letyalike ikho kwakubanjwa khona inhlanganiso zezopolitiko nalapho abanye babantu babeyinxalenye yezo ntlanganiso ingumama uCharlotte Maxeke nangona ikwimeko engathi imaxongo kodwa imbali yayo ityebile.
Yindawo lena ekhuphe abantu eye yancedisa ukubana ibandla laseWesile lingabikho semva.
Kukwakhona izicwangciso zokuba letyalike ibhengezwe njengendawo yogcino mafa.
Baninzi ke abefundisi abaphume apha kule nkonzo kule college befundiswa ubhala babhala amaculo ngamaculo amaninzi namhlanje asetyenziswayo igeneration yanamhlanje befundisa indlela esisuka kuyo nemvelaphi yethu nento kokuba sihalela ukuyaphi.
Eli bandla sele liqokelele imali engaphaya kwe-2 million zeerandi nalapho iza kusetyenziswa khona ekuyiphuhliseni. Abongile Yangisa kwiindaba ze-SABC kuNdlovukazi kwiphondo leMpuma Koloni.
Izakhamuzi zasemjondolo iSymmetry View eWoodlands eMpumalanga nePitoli seyiqalile ukwakha kabusha imjondolo yazo njengoba izolo kusihlwa kushe kwangqongqa cishe imjondolo engama300 kuyona le ndawo abezimo eziphuthumayo baqinisekise ukuthi kudlule abantu abathathu emhlabeni okubalwa kubo nengane. Imbangela yalokhu ke kuqubuka komlilo ayikaziwa.
Gebengu kodwining lezakhamuzi lithi akukho lapho elingabalekela khona njengoba lakha kabusha izindlu nje kushona abantu abathathu okubalwa nengane kubo emva kokuthi izindlu ishe zangqongqa kulesi sigameko. Umama wengane edlule emhlabeni kulesi sigameko usakhungathekile.
Inhliziyo yami ngilahlekelwe ingane yami engiyithandayo angisoze ngayikhohlwa ngibakhulise nje ngethemba lokuthi bayonginakekela.
Kuzwakale kuba nokuqhuma okholakala ukuthi beqhuma igesi amahlandlana njengenkathi iqubuka umlilo kule ndawo. Izakhamuzi zithi zilahlekelwe yikho konke.
Ayithi zonke into ngezami nje ngibona nje I've got nothing.
Abezime iphuthumayo eTshwane bathi umbiko mayelana nokuqubuka kwalomlilo bawuthole emva kwehora lesishiyagalombili kusihlwa izolo.
We extinguished that fire immediately. But we find that 300 shacks has been burned out, and we start with our rescue search, and we discovered 3 bodies in our rescue search, and it was 1 adult female, 1 adult male, and a 1 child 5-year-old girl.
Isimningi iminyaka le ndawo ikungathi uqubuka komlilo kanti kukholakala ukuthi ukuminyana kwemjondolo iyona mbangela yalezi gameko. Abezime ephuthumayo bathi lusaqhubeka uphenyo mayelana nembangela yokuqubuka kwalomlilo.
Kushone abantu abasishiyagalombili abaningi balimala emva kokushayisana kwetekisi nemoto encane emgwaqeni u-N1 eBotlokwa esifundazweni Limpopo. Phakathi kwabashonile kukhona izingane ezimbili, abesifazana ababili, abesilisa abane nabashayeli beyimoto zombili nabo bashonile. Abalimele baphuthunyiswe izibhedlela ezihlukene ePolokwane, iLutrigat kanye naseBotlokwa, kanti abalimele kanzima bona baphuthunyiswe esibhedlela iPietersburg ngendiza enophephela emhlane. Ikhulu zomgwaqo ikholela ukuthi ukushayela budedengu yikho okuyimba yalengozi. Mbukeli sathi qoyitolo kanti ngoba sibuya sizophathela udaba oluthi.
And the APC will not be isolated. It will be there being part of whichever final coalition that we feel comfortable with.
Umengameli we-African People's Convention uThemba Godu usamile ekutheni iqembu lakhe lizokwazi ukuthola isihlalo ePhalamende ngemva kokhetho lukazwelonke oluzobanjwa ngonyaka ozayo. Mbukeli lelo daba linezinye izindaba eselusiphathele zona uma ngabe sibuya eTolo. Asikubingele sikwamukele mbukeli ngoba sanda kungena udabeni oluphambili besibike ukuthi iphini likaMengameli wezwe uPaul Mashatile ukhuthaza abantu baseNingizimu Afrika ngokuthi babungaze baphinde bayiqaje ngamagugu esintu. uMashatile ubethula inkulumo yosuku lapho kade kubanjwe khona umcimbi wokubungaza lolu suku enkundleni Princess Magogo kwaMashu eThekwini. Mbukela sikukhumbuza ukuthi lezi ndaba ikhona na ku YouTube wena okumele ukwenze ngena kuyona uyicinga amagama athi SABC izindaba na kanjani uzoyithola njengoba zinjalo. Umholi we-DA uJohn Steenhuisen ubungaze usuku lwamagugu ngokuchitha isikhathi nomphakathi waseMitchells Plain eKapa nalapho bekukhangiswa khona ngokudla kwesintu okwehlukene.
I-DA ibungaze usuku lwamagugu eMitchells Plain eKapa nalapho kukhangiswe khona ngokudla okwehlukene okuphekwe amaSamaria alungileyo.
Unfortunately, the weather's not playing its part, but I can see the people are enjoying the food. There's some great potjie kos here. We've had some vors rolls. Everyone here is here to celebrate Heritage Day.
Beqhudelwana ngokuthi ubani opheke ukudla kwesintu okuconcisa amathe.
This one's got a unique flavor, and I like the way they put the beans in it as well. This one reminded me of Durban. There's definitely some Durban spice in there somewhere, so it took me straight back to home. And the other one was the flavor and the texture was superb.
Abantu abadala baseMoncler nabo azange basale ngaphandle njengoba besine bazibethela ngokudla kwesintu obekubonakala ukuthi angeke usinike esingaboni.
And I think people underestimate the huge crisis we have amongst elderly people in the country. The old age pension is not kept up with inflation. It's hardly enough to feed a family and let alone pensioners anymore. And it makes life very, very difficult.
uSteenhuisen ubese enqanqa abalandeli bakhe ukuthi babhalisele ukuvota ukhethweni lwangonyaka ozayo wagcizelela ukuthi unethemba lokuthi DA izokwenza kahle eWestern Cape.
The DA is going to win here, but only if all voters register and come out on election day.
Sekusele isikhathi esingaphansi konyaka ngaphambi kokhetho lukazwelonke ngonyaka ozayo kanti kuzobe kuhlangana iminyaka engama-30 eNingizimu Afrika yazuza umbuso wentando yabantu ngo-1994.
Inhlangano ezimbili zamatshitshi ezaziwa ngokuthi Nciyo kanye nobukhosi bamaXhosa bahlangene ukuzobungaza usuku lwamagugu namhlanje. Lo mcimbi ubanjelwe esigodlweni inqadu esifundazweni Eastern Cape ngenhloso yokuqhuquzela amantombazane nabafana ukuba bazigcine.
Iye yemanqi idolophana yaseDutywa ngethuba intombi zeNciyo ezivela kwindawo ezohlukeneyo zasephondweni zinqawuza ezitalatweni zibonisa inkcubeko yazo ngengoma nomxhentso. Ezinye bezivela koogqeberha ngelixa ezinye zivela kwindawo ezohlukeneyo zasemampondweni.
Inciyo ndayijoyinile kuba ndiyithanda kwaye ndifuna uzigcina njengentombi esencinci enzela ndikhule kakuhle ndisaziphethe kakuhle kuba kukho imicelimngeni njengokumitha abantwana besebancinci.
Inciyo Eastern Cape yaba ngumbono kaNasizo Mndende oneminyaka engama-28 obudala ekwayintombi yeNciyo yena kuqala. Umnqweno wakhe kukubona amantombazana namakhwenkwe aselula kulo lonke liphondo eyinxalenye yeliphulo. Lo mbutho awugxilanga ekuzikhwebuleni kwisondo nasekuzikhuseleni kwizifo ezosulela ngokwabelana ngesondo kuphela.
Sabona into yobana kufanelekile siqale i-organization apho sizawukhuthaza ukuzigcina kwabantwana bamantombazana nabangamakhwenkwe, sikhuthaze inkcubeko ezemfundo kunye nobunkokheli so that sizawukwazi ukujamelana nemicelimngeni abantu abatsha bajongene nayo eMpuma Koloni.
Ubukumkani bamaXhosa nabo bunelawo iphulo elibizwa iNciyo yakomkhulu.
Ibaluleke kwinto ezininzi ngakumbi kule mihla siphila kuyo. Sibona abantwana sebengabazali bebancinci. Sibona abantwana bedlwengula ngootata. Ibenza ke into yoba xa sibenza le nto bakwazi into yoba babe nale nto kuthiwa kukuzithemba.
Kananjalo ubukumkani bamaXhosa bucinga ukuba iinkosi zakwalizwi kunye nezomthonyama zinendima ebalulekileyo ezinokuyenza ukulwa udushe oluphenjelelwa sisini. Ukubandakanywa kwamakhwenkwe kwiNciyo yenye yendlela zokuqinisekisa ukuba afundiswa ngokuhlonipha abasetyhini. Kwindaba ze-SABC ndingufundisa Mhlukudu Igajana.
Umengameli we-African People's Convention uThemba Godi usamile kwelokuthi iqembu lakhe lizokwazi ukuthola isihlalo ePhalamende ngemva kokhetho lukazwelonke oluzobanjwa ngonyaka ozayo, futhi leli qembu lithi liyimisele ukunqoba okhethweni lwangonyaka ozayo.
I-APC ibungaze iminyaka eyi-16 yasungulwa ikwenze lokhu njengengxenye yokulungiselela ukhetho lukazwelonke lwangonyaka ozayo kanye nolwezifunda.
The most important thing is the fact that we have been working hard. We have not stayed on our laurels, and so far, the strength of our structures and the way we are doing our work in a systematic and focused way gives us the confidence.
Leli qembu lithi lizimisela ukusebenza ngokubambisana namanye amaqembu anesasasa ukusebenzela abantu.
APC will not be isolated. It will be there, being part of whichever final coalition that we'll feel comfortable with. However, the bottom line for us is the developmental agenda. What is it that brings us together?
Abanyuza kwabo beqembu ebebeyingxenye yomcimbi badlulise imlayezo eyakhayo.
Message of solidarity. It is that it is time that we need to consolidate as Africans. It's time that we need to come together. We are here to call on APC to be part of the Liberation Front. That includes former liberation movement. That includes African political parties, socialist-oriented political parties.
Iqembu lithi selokhu laqala ukusebenza selikwazile ukusiza abaholi bendabuko ukuthola imiholo engcono kanye nokunye ukusiza imiphakathi eyahlukene.
Ikomiti lezokhetho ku-ANC selinquma ukuthi leli lisikhathi sizogunyaza ithuba onke lawo magatsha enhlangano angakalithumela uhlu lwawo lwamalungu abafuna ukuthi aphakanyiswe ukungena ey'shayamthetho zey'fundazwe kanye nasohlwini lwePhalamende emva kokhetho luzobanjwa ngonyaka ozayo. Ikomiti lithole ukuthi maningi kakhulu amaziko ehlulekile ukuhlangabezana nomnqamulajuqu wenyanga umandulo obewubekiwe wokuthunyelwa kwamagama.
Abalelwa ngaphezulu kwamakhulu amane amagatsha e-ANC kuzwelonke angakalithumeli uhlu lwawo lwamagama abafuna ukuthi aphakanyiselwe ukuyomela inhlangano ezifundazweni kanye nasePhalamende Kapa. Ikomiti langaphakathi lezokhetho lithi lolu hlelo kuzofanele liphothule ngokusheshsha.
The National Executive Committee received a recommendation from the Electoral Committee where the Electoral Committee was saying that the deadline should be extended to 15 October. We had to reevaluate the whole program to ensure that come the 2nd of January, we've got candidates that are also going to be deployed to campaign for the African National Congress.
Uhlelo luzocubungula labo abazophakanyiswa ngokwamakhono namagalelo abanawo kanjalo nangokwendlela yabo yobuqotho.
And then there are two lists at a provincial level: is the provincial to province list and the also provincial to national list, where the provincial list committee will take charge of the nomination of the interview processes. Then there is a third category of interviews that is for the premier candidates in the various provinces, where the rules are saying that the extended provincial executive committee session must recommend 3 premier candidates, 2 of whom should be female.
Ikomiti lithi inhloso yembandela ebekiwe kuhloswe ngayo ukuthi bonke laba bazothunyelwa yi-ANC ukuyomela inhlangano ezifundazweni nakuzwelonke banamakhono nobuhlakani obenele ezikhundleni abazojutshelwa kuzo.
Umhlahlo wesimo sezulu yalandela emva kwekhefu.